Hey, welcome to our wood car CO2 car project. The first thing we have to do is we have to set up our general parameters for the block of wood that we're going to be getting. This is the wooden car one. We'll have a separate tutorial for the plastic car. So here's the general dimensions of the block that we're going to be starting with. It's going to be a wedge-shaped block. You can see here that we have 10 inches for the length, 1 7/8 inch wide, and the total height is 2.5 inches. So we're going to start with a drawing with those dimensions. So the first thing you need to do when you open up your Onshape program, you go in, you're going to call the car CO2 Wood Car, if this is the one you're doing, and we're going to start a sketch. So you can click on the sketch button. I'm going to draw this in the top orientation for now because we are going to do the size of the block and we want it centered on our planes here. So I'm going to call this sketch 1. We're going to call this the bottom of our rectangle. Okay. We're doing it on the top plane, but we're having everything come from there. And I need to, so I gave it a name. I'm going to select a sketch plane. I'm selecting the top plane. Once I click on that, now I get my drawing tools. I want to draw a rectangle for the size, but I don't want corner to corner. I want it centered here at this center point. So I'm going to grab a center point rectangle, or you could hit R on your keyboard for the hotkey. Start here, and it's going to be, I'm just going to drag it out to the general shape, click once. For length, it's 10, enter. And for the width, it's going to be 1 plus 7/8 if you're doing it as a fraction. If you're doing it as the decimal, it's going to be 1.875 is our decimal point. So that's the size of the bottom of our wood block. And if we look at how that is here, it could be the bottom, it could be the top view, it doesn't really matter. 10 inches by 1 7/8. All right, now when we extrude that, we need to go 2.5 inches high. So I'm going to go back into my part studio and I'm going to change my view here a little bit so you can see. I'm going to accept, when I'm in here, in the part, there is an extrude button on our toolbar. It's over here to the left, and it should auto select it. If it does not, just click on the rectangle that we drew, and it's extruding up. That's correct. We want it to extrude up. If yours is going down, just flip the arrow. You can click there. It's directional, and it will switch directions. So the bottom of our car is sitting on this top plane, and it's extruding up from there. And we have to set the height. We said it was 2.5 inches tall. Into that in the extrude box here, and we are going to give this a name as well, and we're going to call this block extrude. So I'm not going to delete that. I'm going to go back to the front, and I'm just going to type this in because later on when we start our drawing, we're going to have more extrudes and it's going to get a little more complicated. So we want to keep everything labeled nice and neat. And you can double check if yours does not look like that. Make sure you're doing a new extrude. You're extruding the face of the bottom. We called it bottom, so it's giving it whatever name is there. It's going to be a blind extrude, and it's 2.5 inches. All of those should be standard, but if yours is different, you can set it like that. I'm going to accept that, and we have the general shape of our block. We are looking good so far. Next step we're going to do is we'll come back in our next video and we are going to insert our axles and the location that we have our CO2 engine compartment. We have to drill that out. So we will see you back in the next video. Thank you for joining us. Peace and have a wonderful day. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one.